Unfortunately, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of everyone welcome.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my...
I absolutely cannot believe you anymore, dude. You are never going to Alyssa's house again, ever, Amelia.
Why?
You freaking seriously, this time you did it. You didn't think her mom was gonna call me? I know exactly what you said. You told her that her mom was a cheap bitch because she didn't buy her a Coach purse. Like you, that's my purse. Why did you take it to her house?
Because I wanted to.
Why would you tell her that her mom doesn't love her?
Because she didn't even, like, get any contour, and she doesn't even know how, and her mom didn't teach her, and she is just a cheap bitch.
Are you serious? You don't get to do that. That is so embarrassing. What were you doing upstairs just now?
Doing contour?
You were getting ready to do contour.
Yeah.
With my headband on. Everything that's mine, you...
I'm the one who paid for it. I'm the one who bought off your card.
That's my money!
I don't care.
That little girl is so nefarious, okay? That's the same little girl that I showed you all a video of months ago who took her mother's card and ordered a $600 purse offline. That little girl is absolutely nefarious. Her mother and father let her get away with everything, okay? She's terrible. She's absolutely terrible. But you can't blame her because they allow her to do it. So hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is the second dose of your daily vitamins or your Saturday vitamins. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Okay, TC Dan in the house, Claudette, RG Titan, Reggie is here. Says she learned this from her. Yes, she did, beloved. Okay, TP Judah Lion is here. RG Titan, Tawana, oh hell no. Oh, hell no, I said Amelia don't give a damn. She doesn't, clearly. Okay, Greta is here. Purdy Naps is in the house. Tawana, Deronda, Cherokee Descendant Dale. Sandra, Too Much For You is here. 504 Nola, Khalid, Harleen, Vina. All right, so shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuning into the Queen. Let's get into it. Because this nefarious doctor just got busted doing some sick things to his patients. And some of those patients were kids. So let's get into it. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. I mean, you can't trust anybody these days. Okay, if you can't trust your own doctor, like, please make that make sense. Now I'm going to go to the press conference. Here we go.
Is simply
and the allegations are that the defendant was filming them from a nearby changing area stall, and it's a complete violation, and it's terrifying as a mother. I'm going to talk about the charges that our office has already issued. But first, I want to say, much like Sheriff Bouchard, the victims are our primary focus. I too started my career as a prosecutor, prosecuting child sexual assault cases. And, I feel like we find ourselves saying a lot, this is the worst we've seen, and yet we see worse. But this particularly hit home to me as just being a mom. These allegations stemmed from a mom bringing her young children to a swim school and taking them into a changing room and getting them changed. And the allegations are that the defendant was filming them from a nearby changing area stall. And it's a complete violation, and it's terrifying as a mother. And we're going to do everything we can to hold him accountable. And we're working in partnership with that. As the sheriff just said, this stems from events that occurred, the events of our current criminal case. August 13th, the defendant's wife produced materials that were concerning the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, immediately executed a search warrant and confiscated more devices, and has sifted through really jarring alarming images, and they're still doing that. He is charged with 1 count of child sexually abusive activity, 4 counts of capturing an image of an unclothed person, 5 counts of using a computer to commit a crime, and he's being held on a $2 million bond, no 10%. We feel confident that he will remain there. Of course, these are all allegations, and the defendant's presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. As the sheriff said, it's extremely disturbing. These videos were taken, these images, some of them in a swim school in Rochester, where moms and kids were just there for their swimming lessons and changing in a changing area. And those are just the charges we've brought so far that relate to the victims that we can identify. As the sheriff said, we fully expect and actually know that there are thousands and thousands of images and videos that we will have to work, law enforcement in partnership with others, to identify who those victims are. And those are all being investigated. I also want to say that this is, there are so many victims that we know about and a lot we don't know about. But this individual preyed not just on parents and community members and trust, but also in our well-respected institutions and hospitals, who I do want to point out have been very cooperative and are working to see those victims identified and want very much to work with law enforcement to hold him accountable. I can't stress enough the amount of hours and hours and hours of work it takes for the computer crimes section of the sheriff's office. And they have been doing that almost around the clock for over a week.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. This is all so crazy. At the end of the day, this is a doctor doing these things. Now, let me go to this other brief report.
A doctor in Michigan is being accused of some horrific things. The local sheriff's office says that this doctor secretly recorded children as young as 2 years old and women of various ages in hospital rooms and changing areas. But also, detectives say that he secretly recorded sexual encounters he had with patients who were either asleep or unconscious. Now, this is all out of Rochester, Michigan, essentially a suburb of Detroit. He's been charged with child sexually abusive activity and capturing/distributing the image of an unclothed person and more. A lot of it stemming from a specific incident from a swim school in the area in August 2023, video of which was found on hard drives that had been confiscated. But the local prosecutor says this could just be the beginning of charges as they continue to work through some of that video to try and identify victims in those videos. We've reached out to an attorney for this doctor, but haven't heard back. A doctor.
Okay, so with that all being said, absolutely nefarious. Okay, please pay attention. This is a whole darn doctor. Like I said, you can't trust anybody these days. All right, and so he should get exactly what he deserves. Now let's talk about this Black woman who went over to Haiti trying to learn about voodoo and all of that, and then turns up dead mysteriously. Okay, and her family has a lot of questions. So I'm gonna, and they're being given, you know, just different stories of what actually happened. So I'm gonna share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Well, tonight we're learning more about a Charlotte woman who died while on a voodoo spiritual retreat in Haiti. Her son says Dana Jackson went down to Haiti on July 1st and was supposed to return on July 26th. But that never happened. WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker joining me in the studio tonight. In Austin, the Sun tells you things aren't adding up here.
Yeah, that's right. This is the last text that Timothy Jackson received from his mother. That was on July 12th. He was supposed to hear from her 9 days after on the 21st, but Timothy says that's what he's being told right now about what happened, how, when. It's all not adding up.
It's a trip Timothy Jackson was hesitant to support.
Truthful, honest answer, I was a little uneasy.
His mom, Dana Jackson, had been researching voodoo spiritual practices for over 4 years.
She felt called to do voodoo.
And she wanted to take the next step, becoming a priestess. signing on for a spiritual retreat to Haiti, flying from Charlotte to Miami and then into Haiti.
She was going down there. She went down there on July 1st.
With her son worried about the political unrest and intense climate on the island, they agreed they'd stay in contact as much as possible.
We talked, and she told me she was fine and she was okay. Once they actually got to their location, she would talk to me. We would text, even if it was once a day.
Screenshots from the app WhatsApp showing she made it there on July 1st.
So our last conversation or last text I received from her was on July the 12th. She let me know that they were going to church the following day to pray for her. I knew that this last part of this ceremony, she wouldn't be able to talk, or she wouldn't have access to her phone, which I had did a little bit of research before and after, and that's kind of common.
But she assured him she'd message him on the 21st.
On the 21st, I waited. And then on the 22nd, it's like I had an eerie feeling. When I woke up, I checked my phone and I didn't have any messages in WhatsApp.
On July 22nd, Timothy received a call from his grandfather saying his mother had died.
I pulled up her itinerary and I called, the lady in charge, Mambo Maud, but I asked her, what happened. And, they kind of asked me, well, how much did I know?
He says the woman told him his mother completed the ceremony but got sick. She had strokes and seizures. But later, the story changes, and he was told she had an asthma attack.
The way that my mom takes her health serious, if she would have had an asthma attack, she would have tried to see if she could have went to someone's hospital.
The death certificate came weeks later, and Timothy says it had additional red flags.
And it doesn't even look like it was written with like a decent pen. So like the ink was running out.
It shows Dana's time of death at 6:30 in the morning on July 22nd, but doesn't list a cause of death. He also couldn't get any confirmation where her body was.
I'm sorry, you all can't even hear me. I was saying that I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. Okay, I was getting my other receipt together and accidentally clicked off of it. So let me go back to it. Okay, here we go.
Well, tonight we're learning more about a Charlotte
to Miami, and that they'd stay in contact as much as possible.
We talked, and she told me she was fine and she was okay. Once they actually got to their location, she would talk to me. We would text, even if it was once a day.
Screenshots from the app WhatsApp showing she made it there on July 1st.
So our last conversation or last text I received from her was on July the 12th. She let me know that they were going to church the following day to pray for her. I knew that this last part of this ceremony, she wouldn't be able to talk, or she wouldn't have access to her phone, which I had did a little bit of research before and after, and that's kind of common.
But she assured him she'd message him on the 21st.
On the 21st, I waited. And then on the 22nd, it's like I had an eerie feeling. When I woke up, I checked my phone and I didn't have any messages in WhatsApp.
On July 22nd, Timothy received a call from his grandfather saying his mother had died.
I pulled up her itinerary and I called, the lady in charge, Mambo Maud, but I asked her, what happened. And, they kind of asked me, well, how much did I know?
He says the woman told him his mother completed the ceremony but got sick. She had strokes and seizures. But later, the story changes, and he was told she had an asthma attack.
The way that my mom takes her health serious, if she would have had an asthma attack, she would have tried to see if she could have went to someone's hospital.
The death certificate came weeks later, and Timothy says it had additional red flags.
And it doesn't even look like it was written with like a decent pen. So like the ink was running out.
It shows Dana's time of death at 6:30 in the morning on July 22nd, but doesn't list a cause of death. He also couldn't get any confirmation where her body was and learned from Haitian officials she had been moved 3 times.
We were not even getting any clear information.
I reached out to Monbo Mod and left a message trying to get more clarity on the timeline, but did not hear back.
I feel like they manipulated and lied to my mom, and then I feel like they're doing the same thing to me, and that's why I can't be quiet about it any longer.
A lot of unanswered questions right there, but what are the next steps? Trying to get more concrete information. So when an American dies on foreign soil, the U.S. Embassy steps in, and officials there tell Timothy they are working right now to get her body. Colin?
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
Austin, thank you.
Okay, so that's a darn shame. Now, I wonder what exactly happened, okay? See, it's never good to travel to foreign countries by yourself. And it's never good to do that by yourself at the end of the day. And if you go with friends, make sure they're your real friends, okay? Please pay attention, okay? Let's not forget what happened to Shanquela. But with that all being said, I just have to wonder, did they perhaps kill her to take her money or to do something nefarious? I don't know. This is all real strange. And then they told different stories about how she died and what happened. It just doesn't seem like, you know, and then the fact that they said she had strokes and seizures, because that's what they claimed, that she had strokes and seizures. Now, if she didn't have a history of that, I would wonder what would have caused her to have them over there in Haiti. Reggie says, I'm a traveler, so that's a lot to think about. I have to have a travel companion. Exactly. We always should. Okay, we should always have one, because going to these foreign countries, a lot of people in these countries target people that are tourists, and they can always tell when you're a tourist. Okay, you're going around sightseeing, taking pictures and all of that, you know, asking questions about the hottest spots and things, so they can easily find out who the tourists are. So very strange set of occurrences. She went over there to learn about voodoo, and that's what happened. If you ask me, she could have learned about voodoo right here in the United States. But my condolences to the family, specifically her son. Now, let's talk about these parents who were smoking weed, okay, while their child was being mauled by a dog, a newborn. Dogs mauled newborn to death in Rochester attic while teen parents smoked weed outside, according to authorities. Okay, this is so sad. Teenagers who don't know the first thing about being responsible, clearly shouldn't have had a child, okay, that they were supposed to be deemed to take care of. All right. Condolences to the family of the poor baby, but let's talk about it. A newborn baby was mauled to death by 2 dogs in a Rochester attic. First of all, why was the baby in the attic? And now the parents were getting high on weed. Okay, Solomon Hawkins and Anastasia Weaver, both 19 years old, pleaded not guilty to manslaughter charges on Thursday after allegedly leaving their 3-month-old baby alone while they smoked marijuana outside. The unspeakable tragedy unfolded on August the 3rd when the couple put little Solomon Hawkins Jr. to sleep on the attic floor before going outside to smoke. The pair were allegedly gone for up to an hour while one or both of their pit bull type dogs attacked the newborn. First of all, why was the baby on the floor and not a bed? Do they not have a bed? Why was the baby in the attic? Are they living with some other people and they just have access to the attic as a means of their, you know, room or whatever? I don't know. But why were the dogs in there with the baby? And the baby's on the floor. Now, I just want you to think about this. The baby's on the floor of the attic and the dogs are in the room with the baby in the attic. That just makes no sense. Now they returned to find the injured baby. Okay, Junior was rushed to the hospital where he died from severe trauma to his body. Bless his little heart. Oh, this is so sad. The allegations here, we feel, support the recklessness that a reasonable person in these defendant situations would not have acted the way they did. This is what Assistant DA Sarah Van Strydock said in court, saying they knew a risk and they cautiously disregarded that risk. And so Hawkins and Weaver were not arrested until Wednesday, and the mother spent her last week of freedom sharing a disturbing mix of grieving and sexually promiscuous social media posts. What? Who's posting explicit social media posts after your child just died just weeks ago? These people are stupid. Prosecutors said the horror occurred in an acquaintance's rented house and that the dogs were known to be kept in the attic. So the dogs are in the attic and you put your baby in the attic. It is also where the young family had been crashing. Now, the tenants have since been evicted and the dogs have been euthanized. Hawkins and Weaver were remanded with bail, and it was set at $15,000. They're due back in court August the 27th. This is just so ridiculous. This is something that could have absolutely been avoided. Okay, now if you have dogs, pit bulls specifically, okay, one of the most vicious dogs in my opinion, if you have pit bulls in the house, or even if they're not yours, but they're in the house nonetheless, why would you leave that baby in there unattended? First of all, you shouldn't have left the baby unattended for that long period. But unattended and with dogs in the same part of the house, that's absolutely crazy. These two are just a couple of idiots. Oh my Lord, I just hate this ever happened. But let me continue. So let's talk about these foolish women who work for the Fulton County, or shall I say they used to work for the Fulton County Jail. Okay, they've been arrested in a contraband sting. And all of these fools look like me. Okay, please pay attention. Let me put their faces up on the screen. Now, they were sneaking stuff in for the inmates. Why would you risk your freedom and your livelihood for thugs that are in jail? I mean, how desperate does one have to be? I have a whole lot of questions. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Maybe you all can make sense of it because I surely can't, beloveds. Here we go.
Six phones and more smuggled into the Fulton County Jail. Tonight, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office confirms it has an ongoing corruption investigation and 4 security officers who work for a contract company arrested. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at the jail where he's been poring over the warrants against these 4. Mark, you found some allegations that seem shocking.
Yeah, a Fulton County Sheriff's Office official says this investigation started in May and more arrests are expected. But for now, 4 young women are residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for strategic security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it turns out 4 security officers working for a contractor at the county jail were security problems. Records suggest Briasha Tate admitted using a book to hide phones. Allegedly confessed to smuggling in cell phones in a cutout inside a book.
Yes.
Now one might say that Fulton County Sheriff's Office is throwing the book at her. After a corruption investigation, we counted 10 criminal warrants naming her. Records indicate after she reported to work Tuesday, she was transported to the Jail Investigations Unit's office, and that Ms. Tate stated she had sexual intercourse with an inmate inside of the bathroom in the tower on floor 7 South on 3 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she brought a total of 6 cell phones inside of the jail and gave them to the inmate. That Ms. Tate stated she cut portions of the pages of the inside of a book and concealed the phones inside of the hole in the book. That Ms. Tate stated she brought strips, paper laced with chemicals used for smoking, inside of the jail on 2 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she received payments from the inmate via Cash App for the contraband items she brought in and gave to him, and that her Cash App payment summary from the inmate showed a total of $1,682.
We can't screen for integrity.
Natalie Ammons of the Sheriff's Office says terminated security officer Regina Harris faces 3 warrants related to a contraband cell phone provided to an inmate. Ms. Ammons says terminated security officer Lacuna Ballard is accused of sending explicit photos and videos to an inmate, plus a couple of conspiracy charges involving conversations about how to bring cigarettes and cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammons says terminated security officer Ahmadiyyah Silas faces a conspiracy charge involving a phone charger and a charge involving giving an inmate unauthorized food, namely a chicken pot pie. Now, Ms. Ammons says all 4 suspects were given bond, but as of late this afternoon, had not made bond yet. We tried without success to find lawyers.
Interest in mind. You deserve better than that. What if that
Okay, so that's all ridiculous. Okay, you're going to be that stupid and ignorant to risk your freedom, like I said, and your livelihood for some thugs that are already in jail. And the nerve of them to even ask you to do such a thing is what I would have been thinking. Okay, if an inmate asked me such a thing while I was working there, okay, I would immediately be upset, would likely report them. Okay, because you're trying to get me locked up. All right? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me fired and locked up. Okay, so how stupid could you be? They had to be desperate for men. They had to be desperate for men, okay? So Dorina says, exactly, Queen, okay? I mean, this is all so crazy. The end of the day. Some people would do anything. Mama said, Queen, can you please give them a job within the queendom? They're going to need money. Honey, I can't help them, honey. I can't help them, beloved. I don't fool with thugs. Okay, now 2 more stories, and let me just go through these because I have to get out of here, beloveds. Okay, now this woman is mad at the first responders because they came to get her daughter who needed medical attention, and she's upset that they took so long. They took about 12 hours, I do believe, and she's upset and furious. But here's the thing. Her daughter weighed a whole 850 pounds, according to reports. This lady weighed almost a ton. I mean, she literally weighed more than my piano. Please pay attention. So with that all being said, I'm sorry. Why is she mad at them? She should be mad at herself for allowing her daughter to get so huge. This is all crazy. 850 pounds? How does it start? I have questions. Please pay attention.
Dignity in death. The Cudahy mother is sharing her story after her daughter died. She suffered from morbid obesity, and because of her weight, getting her to the proper funeral arrangements was nearly impossible. Christina Van Zels talked with the mother, who says it took nearly a day to get her daughter out of their home.
Beautiful soul, contagious laughter.
Carolyn Alvario's daughter, Cassandra Ortiz, passed away a week ago, but remembering the light she brought to this home got clouded by what happened there after she died.
I don't wish what we're going through. I don't wish that on anybody.
The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner says Ortiz weighed 850 pounds. Alvario says because of her weight, no one had the capacity to handle the case.
There's not a funeral home that would take her.
It took nearly 12 hours to move Ortiz out of the home.
To walk in that room and just keep seeing her there. And it's like, oh my God, when are they going to get my baby out of here? They need to get her out of here.
The owner at Church and Chapel Funeral Home, Ted Larson, wanted to help. The Cudahy Fire and Police Department and Larson's team eventually moved Ortiz.
There were at times 20, 30 people in this house trying to help this family address this situation.
Larson says there isn't a crematory in the Milwaukee metro area large enough. Ortiz had to be transferred to Illinois. But because the fire department was called to a fire, Ortiz remained in that van overnight for safety reasons.
Myself and my colleagues were not capable to take her from our van and to put her onto any type of table that could be large enough to accommodate her.
With her having sat so long in the bed, and having sat so long in the van, even if we wanted to, we couldn't do a funeral.
Alvario urges other families to pre-plan arrangements. She wants the state of Wisconsin to have a protocol for situations like her daughter's.
Something's got to be put in place.
So no family has to deal with the challenge during an already difficult time. Christina Van Zelst, Fox 6 News.
Well, that is sad. You know, condolences to the family of the victim. I mean, she's not a victim, but, you know, she died. But condolences to the family. But at the end of the day, like, this is something that the mother should have known. Okay? The mother should have known. I mean, she weighed 850 pounds. How do you get that big? I have a whole lot of questions. It's really sad at the end of the day. And she probably was just confined to that bed, because if you're that huge, where can you go? What can you do? You know, really awful. Sierra said they all were helping her eat. Exactly. Like, that's just ridiculous to me. People who allow their loved ones to get that big, they should be locked up. Okay? Should be locked up. Who's buying them the damn food? Okay, and who's cooking and preparing it for them? Like, I'm sorry. You're not going to live up in my house and get that darn huge. You're not even going to get half that big in my house. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you about yourself. You're getting too big. You don't notice. Like, it's just all crazy. Now, I understand people may have medical conditions and things about like that, but I would be trying to help you lose weight, trying to help you get on a more strict diet. On a strict diet, something that's going to help you. Like, that's very unhealthy. How long did she expect that poor child of hers to last? How long did she expect that poor lady to last? At the end of the day, she was morbidly obese, 850 pounds. This is absolutely insanity. Whew, this is so sad, honey. I feel bad for her that she had to live her life that way. I don't know how long she was that big, but that's absolutely deplorable and so sad. And there are some people who absolutely had to have aided her and getting that big. Okay, they had to be buying the groceries. They had to have let her just eat until she just couldn't eat anymore. Okay, please pay attention. Now, did this start out when she was a child? Because some people let their children just eat and get stuffed and big, and they just grow and grow and grow. And it's just really sad. Well, that is abuse. Okay, to just let somebody just get that big. It's abuse to yourself, for one, but it's also abuse for the people that are providing you with the food. Okay, and not even trying to talk to you about health and nutrition, or not even taking you to the doctor, or giving you any type of counseling if you have an eating disorder or whatever it is. This is all ridiculous at the end of the day. I'm sorry. It is sad. It really is so sad that somebody would get that huge and nobody did anything to stop them. I mean, it takes a while to get to 850 pounds. Nobody said anything to her. The mother didn't try. The mother's big herself, as we could see, but this is just all sad. This is all sad. And like that little girl that I showed you all the video of, the little girl who sat there and was talking trash about the friend's mom doesn't love her because she didn't buy her Coach purse and all that stuff. That little girl is big too. As a child, she's only 7. And her parents just let her eat whatever. Now, I saw a video of her in the grocery store where she was picking up these big, huge boxes, like big boxes of snacks. Like multiple bags of chips in the big boxes and all that. She's just throwing that in the cart, picking up sodas or whatever. They're taking her out to eat fast food. She's drinking all this Pepsi, Coke or whatever. This is absolutely insane. You don't love your child if that's what you do. And if you think that's love, then you're a fool. Because if you love your children, you want them to be healthy. You want to teach them good, healthy habits of eating. You don't want to always be taking them to get fast food. You want to always be giving them everything sweet that they ask for. This is all crazy to me. I don't know how people do it. I just don't know how people do it. But anyway, I digress. Now let's talk about Larry Sanders, because his ex-fiance posted a video of him apologizing after allegedly punching her in the lip. Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it? And then she came back and was trying to basically tell people to stop talking about it, or just basically want us to act like we didn't see it and making excuses.
You just punched me in my mouth. You just looked at me and hit me in my mouth like I was a nigga.
Again, I appreciate the love and support, but I don't need an army to back me up. I don't need you guys reposting what he's saying, reposting what I'm saying. We two humans trying to figure out how to heal from each other, because I was not perfect in that relationship and he wasn't perfect in that relationship. And this is not me protecting him or piggybacking off of anything I posted. I still stand on my post 10 toes down. I stand on my post. I stand on my post 10 toes down, but it wasn't supposed to get this far. You know, it wasn't supposed to get this far. And because it did get this far, I'm just making a public notice, a public service announcement, and saying thank you for all the kind gestures. But I did not post that video for anything other than acknowledgement that I'm a real life human and I go through a lot of real life shit, and Cassie's not the only one. Carmen Pratchett, she's not the only one. And there's so many other women that deal with domestic violence in silence, and it breaks us down mentally. So do I have a mental problem? Yes. I suffer from postpartum depression.
Get out my face. I promise, whatever you need. You just punched me in my mouth. You just looked at me and hit me in my mouth like I was a nigga. nigga.
No, I didn't. Listen, Janae.
You did?
I'm so sorry.
You didn't?
I fell into you.
You fell into me with your fist?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes?
I'm so sorry.
Yes, you fell into me with your fist.
No, I fell into...
What?
I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
I did not mean to strike. I did not mean to hit.
You did not mean to hit me?
I fell.
You fell.
I fell into you.
You punched me with your fist.
You said, ouch.
Thank you guys. I'm okay.
This is all crazy. Whew. Nanny said he's going to get down on his knees. Oh, he already did. Reggie said, just walk away, bro. Exactly. Here's the thing. Now, for one, I don't know why she's trying to tell people to stop reposting it. Girl, you're the one that initially posted it. Okay, when someone posts drama online, of course, people are going to share it. That's why it's called social media. We're going to talk about it and we're going to share it, and people like me are going to do commentary on it. So I'm sorry, she didn't know that when she posted it. If you didn't want us in your business, then you shouldn't have put it on social media. Because once you put it on social media, beloved, it's not your business any longer. It's our business. Okay, please pay attention at the end of the day. And this is what she also posted. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Like, please make it all make sense. She says, I'm done with protecting this man. I just want my baby, y'all. Everyone has down times, and I was down. I lost my job and my son the same week and went crazy. Ish happens, but ish like this should never happen. In silence, I've cried and cried in silence. Now I'm crying out loud. Just hug me, y'all. I need it. I just need justice and peace. Tag him and his lawyer at Big 3. I let him walk this summer, but this is the man y'all have representing y'all. Shaking my head. There's a picture of the lip. So anyway, like I said, this is all sad. No one deserves to be abused, whether you're a male or a female, because, hey, some of y'all nefarious women be out here beating on these men too, laying hands on them. I don't condone it ever in any circumstance. So with that all being said, if you're in an abusive relationship, please seek help, okay? Just walk away. Just leave. It's not worth it. And at the end of the day, if you don't want us in your business, specifically me, because I do commentary, so don't post your business online. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Reggie said she needs to replace y'all with your honor. Reggie, you are so nefarious. Superstar Bella said, if you have to hit each other, then you don't need to be together. Exactly. It's that easy. Okay? Reggie said she clearly be fighting too. That's another thing. Deronda said, I saw Fauci is recovering from the West Nile virus. Bump Fauci. Okay, bump him. All right. So not the West Nile, beloved. He didn't get his venom. Okay. Because they got venom for that, don't they? So anyway, All Hell No said, leave us out your damn group chat. Okay, please. Greta said people need to keep their hands to themselves. I absolutely agree. Okay. Locked Vegan said, haha, Queen said, bump him. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Reggie said, Fauci, who? Okay. Dr. Fraudchi, as I like to call him, Dr. Fraudchi. So with that all been said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Listen, I love you all to life. I appreciate you all, each and every one. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful evening. Enjoy the rest of your strong end, not the weekend, leaving you in a weakened state of mind. Okay. So with that all been said, don't forget to do something productive and constructive. Okay. Never destructive, and let each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor all in my skin.
Hold on, let me answer your question. First of all, thank you, Timber Dan, for your contribution and also for your question. Yes, I did. I said something about that a few days ago. You may have been working and missed it, but I said something about that. I said that RFK Jr. supposedly reached out to Harris's team and was trying to make a deal. He wanted to have a meeting with Kamala Harris, basically saying that he would endorse her if she would give him or promise him a cabinet seat. And so Harris allegedly never responded back to him. Okay. And I said, now it looks like he's just desperate to be on either side, just to stay in politics or whatever. So now he's reaching out to Trump. And so with that, I've been said, yes, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Okay. He needs to sit down somewhere, as far as I'm concerned. You know, I used to like him, but until his cousin, who was convicted for taking the life of Martha Moxley back in the 70s, and it was a 20-year-old cold case until they convicted his cousin, and now he's trying to act like some black man did it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, you all have a beautiful rest of your day.
Hit 'em with that flavor. All in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got